So the purpose of this video is to go through some basic chord theory stuff. The benefit of the guitar is that we don't really need to be thinking too much about notation. We can actually think about the notation system more so in numbers. The whole concept of chord theory all stems from the major scale. The major scale is like our alphabet. It's our bedrock. It's the thing that we just have to accept is what it is. So when you play the major scale, it looks a little something like this. If you were to take every single note of that major scale and think of it as a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. All of our chords are just some kind of formula of those numbers. So a major triad, for example, is 1, 3, and 5. Minor triad, 1, flat 3, 5. Diminished triad, 1, flat 3, flat 5. Augmented triad, 1, 3, sharp 5. If you can do the major scale in 2 octaves, it's going to allow us to find all of those different scale degrees, at least in one position, which means that we can now form all different kinds of chords using different scale degrees, whether they be flats or sharps or natural notes, all within that one position, which is generally the amount of space that we have to form chords with. This will mean for your regular old campfire chords that you play in all of the classic tunes, you'll now be able to actually understand why they are the chords that they are. You'll be able to play through each of the notes and recognize, oh, that's a 1, that's a 3, that's a 5, oh, that's a repeated 1. So now rather than just thinking about your chords as a shape, you can now explain it using theory. Generally speaking, starting with arpeggios is easier because you're going to be able to play each of these notes. As we know as guitar players, we can only play one note per string, but you'll notice that when we play an arpeggio, you might hit 2 notes on that one string. That means that we don't have the opportunity to play both of those notes at the same time, which means we then have to start thinking about how we voice a chord. This is a specific issue for guitarists. Piano players can get away with a lot more than we can. So hopefully you found this little snippet useful. This is applicable to all chords in all keys. So, you know, I'm just doing them in a particular key, but you can take this same concept and apply it anywhere up and down the neck. Keep in mind that our shapes will change on a standard tuned electric guitar because of the tuning between the B and the G string. So when you're playing these scales or chords starting on the 5th or 4th string, etc., the shape is going to change.